Hello, everyone. This is Yonks with REtoken, the real estate DAO, and we are hanging out here on a Monday, and I think it's December the 13th. And we are evaluating a new tool, Circle.so, and this is in fulfillment of our commitment. We biddle an inclusive and platform agnostic community. And one of the things that we were hearing, and this is something that we can understand, our main community hub for the last several months, and it's a very popular hub within the crypto space, DeFi space, is Discord. And this is one of the tools that we're looking at here tonight, Circle, one of the ones that we had a conversation. And if you would like to, you can check our video history. We had the conversation the other day on Mighty Networks, and categorically, these are community building platforms. And I'm just going to go down the list here as far as who that we've got on the live stream tonight. Looks like we've got Poopster and J.M. Luther and Amy, Dax, and Double D, and Teresa. And let me see who else. I know that Mrs. Yonks is there as well, and Blursday and Crush. So we've got a very solid representation from the team, and it looks like Andrea is popping in here. And in true Yonks fashion, I'm going to grab a screenshot, and that's just one of the things that I love doing. I'm a big screenshot junkie. Another conversation for another day. So we're going to just really get in. As you can see on the Trello card, don't really have a whole lot of agenda. And to be completely honest, like if you again want to watch the previous live stream as far as Mighty Networks, evaluating Circle wasn't even something that was necessarily on our radar, but we felt that it would be much more responsible as far as being good stewards of this community if we evaluated the options that are available. So that's one of the things that we can kind of do here tonight, is kind of like put together some really important things. And this is one of the things that I was talking about. To me, I would consider a deal breaker if we can't have it on a custom subdomain. And when I say custom subdomain, that would be something like right now, the domain that we have is REtoken.info. And I am going to take this really brief opportunity. And this is, again, something else that I was talking about very briefly on before we went live, because if you noticed, our go live is 10 minutes after the hour. And that's just kind of where we can sync up a little bit and make sure that we're all on the same page as far as the agenda or anything like that. And what I wanted to show was a new domain, and I want to thank Mrs. Yonks for picking that up. I know that sometimes I throw a lot of stuff at her, and she delivers fabulously. Thank you for all that you do. And that's why she got nominated by me as community member of the week last week, and also wanted to bring some recognition to J.M. Luther. Really appreciate all that you've been doing, Julie. And that was something else that we briefly spoke about. I'm gonna talk about that here, just right there. POAP design contest. Check Discord. That's all I'm going to mention. That we're going to talk more about that here on the community call, and I'll probably make an announcement as well. But getting back on track here, what I wanted to say was this domain that just picked up here. So RET.team, and this is kind of in anticipation of leaning more into doing like our security token offering that we're pipelining. Maybe our token symbol could be RET, especially having a RET.team domain. And this is just, again, here during REtoken relaunch month, we are leaning heavily into team. And I'm a big fan of the acronym Together, Everyone Achieves More. So then this is some slightly different workflow on our governance process, voting process, as far as and wanting to get some feedback. I think that this is a lot cleaner and more concise, but would love to hear everybody's thoughts. But wanting to get back onto the Circle agenda here for this evening. And again, this is a community platform, and this is to fulfill, and I do want to show this real quick too, because we do have a lot of WeBiddle proposals. This is all coming in here under the REtoken relaunch month. So I would encourage everybody to spend some time. And on the tail end of this, hopefully everybody will be able to hang out, because we're going to be talking more about this whole WeBiddle, the REtoken relaunch during the content team, because that's what we're talking about pretty much all month long here. But on these proposals, I'd encourage everybody. Ernest threw a bunch of very thoughtful, and he's not on right now. I don't know if he's chiming in. He represents on the live stream, so I'm going to take a look at that here momentarily. But again, the one that I was wanting to show here was this one, as far as the WeBiddle and inclusive and platform agnostic community. So again, that was something that I already spoke to. Let's get on with the Circle.so. So I did spin, and it was super easy. Don't really have much to look at yet, but it's very much out of the box. I did set up the REtoken Circle, and it's at retoken.circle.so. And if you go there right now, you won't see anything because we don't have any spaces, because that's what we're going to do here, is figure out what our first space is. And this is the email that received when signing up for the ReCircle, or for the Circle for REtoken. And this is, again, right here, the link is on the knowledge base. And I believe that that's right here. I'll put this on Discord. And as far as using the channel, I've got a thread under the content team. And again, like I said, because this is really everything that we do, in my opinion, is content, but that's another conversation. And we'll be talking more about that on the upcoming content team. But where I was going with that, and I already put that link in here, the link to the knowledge base. I'll go ahead and pin this one right here on this thread so that it makes it easy to find for anybody. And this thread will probably be open. And that's another thing. Thank you again, Julie, for boosting the Discord server. One of my favorite things is having the Discord Nitro, and we'll be talking more about that, not here right now. But thanks, Julie, for boosting the Discord server, because we've got a lot more features, and we'll be talking more about that in another conversation as well. So this knowledge base, this is where it also runs on Circle, so you can kind of get a better understanding from a knowledge-based perspective. Right now, we have our docs like on Gitbook. That's docs.retoken.info. So let's go ahead and take a look over here on our own one for REtoken. So here it is right here. So I'm gonna stop talking here and let everybody chime in as far as what we would like our very first space to be. And I would imagine that this is something that we can change later. And I do believe that there are some different tiers, and that's something that we'll kind of have more conversations depending on how it unfolds as far as Circle or Mighty Networks. And then DSign also shared another article that said Circle alternatives. But I would say Circle and Mighty Networks are kind of like the two. And the one... So anyway, I'm going to stop talking and let everybody chime in on some thoughts. So whether you're on the live stream, and we love the live stream participation, 10 REtoken rewards. We love juicing the YouTube and the Google. And then also just it gives more people the opportunity. Not everybody's able to participate in a Zoom for whatever the case may be. But anyway, I'm going on mute.
Has anybody here used Circles before in any capacity? I think Ernest had mentioned it originally. I don't know if Ernest, you can post on YouTube whatever you like about it the most, or where you found it helpful, or if there's a space that you've used it in. If you feel comfortable recommending that, that'd be cool to take a look at that.
Yeah, I'd like to see a pros and cons, for each, little comparison table or something, because I'm really not familiar with either.
There's a great article that Jason found on Pat Flynn's website, smartpassiveincome.com, is a podcast, and he's a big content creator. He actually did a pretty good comparison. Jason, I don't know if you can pull that article up, but really quickly, the pros of Mighty Network are it's a comprehensive all-in-one platform with a lot of integrations and kind of an all-in-one tool. It's a little bit more expensive. The pros of Circle are it's more Lego blocks. If you don't want to pay for an all-inclusive platform, you just buy the services that you want, and you can kind of scale up what you want. So in a in a nutshell, those are kind of you want Mighty Networks if you want everything on one. Circle, you would have to integrate in courses off another platform and payments off another platform. And if you don't want courses, then you just don't pick that platform, you don't pay for it. So Mighty Network starts at $99. For the business plan, it goes up. Circle starts at $39 a month and goes up. So it really just depends on if we want to dive in and use all the functionality and really get our money's worth, or if we want to start building blocks and use more integrations and just kind of see what we need. So that, I don't know if that helps, if that is helpful.
Definitely a start.
I really will echo your sentiments. I'm a big fan of evaluation matrices as well, and I think that we should do one. And I'm just firing up a Google Doc here real quick that we can put some thoughts in and like put some requirements. We'll call this, I'll get real creative here, new platform team evaluation doc. December. See how creative this is. Look at that. And I'll send out a share here real quick to everybody that's on the Zoom here right now. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to let somebody else chime in on that, because you know I cannot multitask worth a shit.
Dax just sent out the article from Smart Passive Income. So I'm giving that a look right now.
Hey Dax, could you please post that in the YouTube chat, because that's, and Andrea, all of your comments, we're trying to get everybody to just post everything in YouTube for the YouTube juice, and you also get REtoken for doing that. So if you could please take those comments and just copy and paste them into the YouTube chat.
Sure, I can do that. Yeah, from what I can see, I think you nailed it already. That's what I'm looking at it as well. So it's like the MN is like a whole.
Did Dax cut out for anybody else?
I think he did. Dax, you still there?
Yes, I am. For some reason, I am echo.
We can hear you now.
Yes, I am. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you now.
Well, I don't hear Dax now at all.
Yes. Sorry, guys. I'm getting echo because I turned on the YouTube, so it's echoing. So, anyways, I am getting feedback. But anyway, so yeah. So from what I've read, just to the glance, so very high level, the Mighty Networks is kind of like a suite of applications or suite of blocks, if you will. That's kind of like a highlight there. That the circle is just focusing on like a one-off, just one block, which is the membership focus. So that's what they're saying, highlight. And then as for the subscription concern, I think the Mighty Network is like a less expensive compared to the Circle, and then the Circle is like a newer product. I think it's like a year old or much younger than that. The Mighty Network is like almost like I don't know, 3-4 years now. So I think more groups or communities tend to adapt the Mighty Networks, Mighty Network compared to the Circle, because they don't want to deal with so many integrations, and so forth. So yeah, that's kind of like a few things I picked up. So yeah, hope that's helpful.
And to provide a little historical reference to Mrs. Yonks and I did use and have a fairly clean, I thought, Mighty Networks set up, and I think it's actually still live. We just don't pay for the custom domain. But that's something that she even had like some Zapier integrations working. And that was one of the reasons that we were leaning, because we weren't even aware of Circle until Ernest brought it up the other night. So, and that is some well thought out points there, Dax, and one of which, and that's kind of like what I think that we should itemize here within this Google Docs and work towards the like Blur said, like an evaluation matrix, and kind of put some of our requirements. Like one of the other tools that we're looking at and planning on implementing here, I just haven't had the time to even sign up for even a trial, is MailChimp. And that's something that we'll talk about during the content team upcoming here, as far as just trying to identify what some priorities are from a content team standpoint. And email communications is one that we could definitely improve on, as far as getting out more consistent email communications. Because I think right now we have probably 50 or 60 email addresses on the REtoken content list. And the other thing that we're looking at too is Airtable. So the opportunity of Airtable, we already have, we're not paying for Airtable yet, but we are planning on, and in some side conversations with Design, he was very interested and excited about the capabilities that Airtable provides. So going back to the question at hand, and I don't know if anybody has any ideas for our very first space name in the circle here, but we need to get a space name set up so that we can actually go through the process of signing up. And I'm going to get the Google Doc over here.
Do we just name it? Do we just name it REtoken, or are you talking about we need a name within the, like a team name?
Well, you have to call it, you have to call it something. We've already got the circle set up, and then like it's got some connotations, like whether it's team names or topics, like Mighty Networks has the concept of topics and groups, and I can't remember categorically some other comparable things. And yeah, we could start out. I mean, like a really easy one would be ambassadors. I don't know, like, and this is one of the things that we need to be thoughtful of, is that there is a built-in functionality of Mighty Networks called ambassadors. And I don't think that there is here in Circle, but again, I haven't had any bandwidth or time to really, so I appreciate Dax taking the initiative to kind of like see some of the comparisons. So, and this is something that I mentioned prior to going on the live stream, is from my understanding, just looking at the like the very least expensive option of Circle is like $40 a month. That does provide the custom domain feature. I'm pretty sure to me, that's really a deal breaker, because we don't really want to invest on putting any content where we can't own the URL. And that, again, is more of a content strategy. Again, talk about that later during on the content team. So what does everybody think about just doing ambassadors? And like I said, I'm pretty sure that we can change it and then go from there.
Yeah, let's not spend too much time on that. Just ambassadors works, and we'll.
And I don't know if somebody wanted to start putting some context, I mean, in this Google Docs, as far as like maybe just some requirements, bullet points or something like that, or a section. I'll get on that, but I can't work on driving the space in the Google Docs at the same time. So
Lars, are you able to do that? Are you able to do that on the notes?
Yeah, I need the link.
I think just
be in your
chat
inbox.
Oh yeah, by email.
And I think I think I can't remember if I had it here on the
I'm in
my clipboard. Okay, cool. So create a space, and let me put this in the Discord also. And one of the things too that I would really like us to do, just something basic, like set up an event like the community call in Mighty Networks and set up the community call event in Circle. And it might make sense to just do like a separate breakout live stream on that. And we'll see if we have enough time to do that here tonight. And if we do, then we'll do it here later on this. But okay, so, and I was going to put, that's what I was wanting in the Discord. So let me put this, and I'm going to just put this in the main content team channel here too. Oh no, in the Circle thread. So that's the REtoken Circle. And if you go to that right now, and I'll throw this in the live stream chat as well. If you go to the REtoken Circle, and I don't know if how the links comes through on the and if somebody could confirm that's on the YouTube, if that link came through or not, that would be great. But let me go back here now that we've got that off the so name your space, ambassadors, spaces group. Well, so it's got two types, posts and events. So maybe we should just make an events group, or I don't know, access, open, new post notifications. We'll check both of those. So, and I'll just do a quick little, here's, how's that coming in on the live screen? Is that big enough, or? Create space. Okay, so there is the space that was created. Now, when I went to this page, the REtoken Circle earlier, and I'll do that in a normal, because this is the REtoken DAO profile that I've got. I'll do that over here. And let's go there here now. So this is what it looks like. You can now navigate there. So let's actually go through the sign up process. And this is actually, I would encourage everybody that can right now that is wanting to get, and this is one of the things too, I think that we should do a REtoken bonus. I mean, I did the one for Let Us Meet. I think that we should do a 25 REtoken bonus for everybody that signs up here, like for Mighty Networks or for REtoken or for the Circle until the core team call on Sunday gets 25 REtoken bonus. Is everybody on like that idea?
Definitely. I already signed up for both.
Way to be ahead of the curve, Amy. Good job.
This is Amy.
And this is, again, one of the opportunities of getting better at our REtoken rewards distribution. I'm going to just get a quick little screenshot here of what this process looks like, because I might throw this in a docs page if we ended up using this. So sign up with email, continue with Twitter, or continue with Facebook. So I'm going to just do a continue with Twitter. I've got a profile that I like there, and that's well, I don't want to continue with this one. Let me switch my Twitter profile real quick here. And this is one of the things too, I just want to put this out here to the universe. If you love social media, you love Twitter, DM myself or Mrs. Yonks, or actually don't DM us, hit us up on that private thread or that channel that we've got, the Stop Discord DM Spam. And we will hook you up on all the opportunities. And this is one of the things that we're going to be having more conversations with, because we've got so many opportunities to earn REtoken here. And this is a good time during REtoken relaunch month. So I did get my Twitter profile switched. So continue with Twitter and authorize app. And let's see, login code. Okay. So welcome. Let's start by creating your profile. Yeah, and this is one of the things I like about just pulling in from like Twitter or something like that, is I can just rock and roll and it's super, super easy. And that's one of the things we'll be having more opportunities like the POAP design contest. I just sent a tweet out on that earlier today on the REtoken DAO Twitter account. So take a look at that. And let's see, I'm going to just click on the skip button and come back to this later. So here we go. No post to show. Spaces. Here's the ambassador space. So I'm going to join the space, start a discussion. So one of the things, and this is those that are wanting to be on the ambassadors team, this is another opportunity to earn some more REtoken. I created a Let Us Meet based upon some availability, and I do want to show the Google Calendar real quick. This is maybe a question mark. I don't know if we're going to really have this Twitter Spaces tomorrow. That's still kind of a question mark too. And the Let Us Meet, I think I linked that up in the ambassadors team chat. And I'm going to let that be the first post that I'm actually going to make here on the live stream. And this is another opportunity for those that are wanting to be on the ambassadors team to earn some REtoken. And this is a new tool. This is functionally the first time that we've used Let Us Meet. And this is, again, the reason why Let Us Meet. The reason is the same reason why we're looking at Circle, is to create a platform agnostic community. So imagine, like, because we've done some polling of, hey, when's your best time and stuff like that in Discord. And again, if we've got people that aren't using Discord, we need to have a platform agnostic, and the Let Us Meet website is very platform agnostic. And I don't know if somebody wants to speak to that. I'm gonna go on mute, and one of the people that already went through that process here this afternoon, if you wanted to chime in on some thoughts on the Let Us Meet, that would be awesome.
This is Amy. I think when I clicked on that link, it asked me what my availability is. And once I put my availability, which is just easy, you touch your screen on the boxes that you're.
Hey, Amy, we're getting a lot of background noise. I don't know if you've got something going on that you were able to mute.
Yeah. Let me. Hold on. Okay. And so once you click your availability, it will merge with other people's availability, and the shading will show what are the common times you all are available. I guess that's the way I interpreted it.
I didn't actually commit any changes on Let Us Meet, but I really liked just the simplicity in the tool. I've used various other tools, but they're normally directly associated with someone's account or something, normally business related. I liked how this was pretty agnostic. So
yeah, to echo some additional technical sentiments, it doesn't ask you to do anything crazy either, like linking any calendar or anything like that. It's literally like a very basic, like you drag and drop, and it was very easy. The video, and one of the things that was kind of an accident, but it ended up being, I think, more value to the live stream that I created earlier, was I actually ended up editing the availability for that, because I took off one of the days because I was making the video here this afternoon and I had Monday on there, so obviously I didn't want to put out the availability for Monday. So and it was super easy to take the day off or remove that from the list of options.
The other thing about Let Us Meet that's really nice is everybody sees whatever's happening in their time zone. So Jason and I are involved in another DAO that I think it's based in Asia, and they actually set, instead of they put on there, this is when the meeting is, and so you could put your availability on top of that, but everybody was seeing the meeting in their time zone in real time. So I don't know if you guys caught, Jason and I rescheduled a meeting tomorrow night that was supposed to start at 7 o'clock Eastern. We moved that to 6 o'clock Eastern because this other meeting was starting at 8 o'clock Eastern and we need to be on it. So it's really nice if we've got something that we need to adjust for time zones, especially now that we're starting to go more international. That functionality is really convenient.
So one of the things that I'm trying on this is embedding a YouTube link, that link that I made as far as the, and I don't know if it'll pull it off of this. No, it won't pull it off of that.
That's going to have to be a JPEG PNG extension in there.
Yeah. I'm probably overcomplicating this. So what else did we want to look at? We've only got like 15 more minutes. I saw that I'm looking over here at the Google Docs in my other window. The base price, again, I thought we could pick up the custom domain for 40, but probably looked like we needed the other tier. One of the other things that's a factor of consideration is I'm pretty sure that Mighty Networks is raising their pricing, I believe, tomorrow. And I'll send some communications out on that. I don't know if I don't want this to be a rushed decision, but thoughts are on that sort of thing is that if we wanted to lock in the pricing, it may make more sense to do that. And then if we wanted to cancel, because I'm pretty sure that those types of deals, if you don't lock in the pricing, then, you're SOL. And if you needed to get a refund, it's easier to get a refund than try to get them to go back to a lower price in the future, unless you get like some Black Friday type of a deal, which we did do on our restream. And as everybody knows, we've been making great use of our live streaming tech on that.
Yeah, it's a tough call because, I mean, honestly, I'd like to have more time to, as I put in the doc, which I now cannot find in my sea of windows. There it is. Is that a lot of times you just start comparing features without actually, you start to lose sight of what problem you're trying to solve with the platform that you are purchasing. So I'd like to take it just a step back, and not necessarily for this meeting, but document what problems we expect this solution to provide, and then start comparing both. And then after that, then you start saying, oh, you know what? Hey, this has this perk that might actually also do X and Y. And you start bringing those in, but not until you first look at the problems that you're trying to solve first.
Well, I think the problem is pretty simple, is giving us more options, because like we don't own any of the content in Discord, and Discord is not the right place. And this is just part of an evolving content strategy. And again, the other opportunity is to create a community that's platform agnostic.
Okay.
So that's, go ahead, Blurs.
Mosquito. I'm being attacked. Okay, so we could just skip a level here and say, okay, do both platforms at the base level provide a solution that would satisfy our basic needs for an MVP, a minimum viable product? If both do that, and then we can start looking at the perks instead.
And this is a good opportunity too, from reaching out. I mentioned here, and we do not email the people that are on our email list very often. So the opportunity to reach out and say, hey, we're doing this REtoken relaunch. And again, already talked about Mighty Networks, and we can carry this conversation over into the content team too, because this is all part of putting together a solid plan here for the REtoken relaunch as far as positioning this using the opportunity that we have with everything coming together. So I don't know how much more as far as the, and I'm just playing around a little bit here with this post a little bit as far as some of the capabilities, because I love playing around with different content platforms. And this is where I'm actually going through on this tab and doing an embed link right here. So here is, and this is, here is the link to confirm, or let's do this. What is your availability this week for our second ambassadors team call? Here is the link to let us meet. And again, we've got a 25 REtoken bonus for, oh, and it embedded the link there. So let me, and below is a video on using Let Us Meet. So this is the first post that I'm making. Blur's already made one, and REtoken.Circle.so is live. You can sign up, and Blur's beat me to the first post because I cannot multitask. So let's see what this post looks like. And the link that I put again in Discord is the, and I just wanted to pause real quick. I saw that we had some new people join the live stream here. Looks like we've got Rosetta and Kenneth. Welcome to the Zoom here. So everybody, again, this is our commitment, like was telling Blurs, as far as putting some tools in place to really create a platform agnostic community and increase the access to the community that we're building for everyone. Like one of the conversations that we had with Adam Blueberg from Planner DAO, a DAO for financial planners, was they chose not even to do Discord at all. And I think that we have a much more crypto centered DAO than they do, but that's another opportunity for exploring a DAO that does have mighty networks in place. So let's take a look here on this post that I just made. And look, it's been so easy for people to sign up. We've already got Blurs, myself, Rhett, REtoken DAO, which is the owner of the through the REtoken Gmail account, JM Luther and Andrea. And again, I'm gonna put forward the proposal for the REtoken reward, and I'm gonna use that process that I was talking a little bit about. And this is the other thing that I'm gonna think of too, and I will probably put a piece of post, because this is the other thing that's an important component. So there's really two cornerstone elements that we need to think of what this will look like and how it will affect from a process standpoint. One is which is our events, and the other of is our governance and a voting process. So if we can have a good mechanism where we can, provide the mechanism where somebody doesn't have to be in Discord to participate in our community, that's the underlying goal here. So I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna let everybody else chime in. We've got less than 10 minutes, and I'm gonna just kind of take a look here and poke around while I'm letting everybody chime in.
Andrea doesn't sound like she can chat right now, so I'm just gonna read her comment. Looking at both side by side, and I like the Mighty Networks layout better. Instead of going back and forth, it sounds like it's got pop outs instead of switching the page around. So from a style preference, I don't know if you guys have a preference on that. The Blurs, in answer to your earlier comment about evaluating what we want things to do or what problems we're trying to solve, the two biggest components of, I think, either of these tools are we as a community planning on having premium features, paid features, and are we planning on having paid classes? Because those two things are going to be the most Legos that we need to put together. Integrating a Stripe account and making sure that we've got billing on that and an affiliate program and also making the classes dynamic if we wanted to do that. So I think if we wanted to keep going with these free designations that Jason's mentioned a few times and move that up the list, and if we want to start doing affiliate marketing so that we do a split between all of you guys and the REtoken general community, then I think that'd be good.
And to echo or amplify or put that in a very relevant component, and I'm gonna pop out of this. I was gonna create a next actions here, but I want to digress real quick because I love showing our roadmap. And if you haven't seen our roadmap, it's pretty accessible as far as where you pick that up. And where I was going with that is the launch an NFT based fractionalized real estate certificate program. And this is absolutely the kind of a program that we could integrate very well within like the Mighty Networks type of a course framework. Now, I believe and one of the functionally the spokespersons and like the Pat Flynn from Smart Passive Income, and he is a masterful community builder, has been built a very, very profitable community with Smart Passive Income. And he probably, like, speaking of passive income, we're going to be talking about passive income at our white paper group. That's our final one tomorrow, 6 o'clock. Tyler and I had to bump it up 6 o'clock Eastern time. Hopefully everybody can participate, because that's really where we're going to be wrapping everything up. The working group, made a commitment. But to get back on track here, the fractionalized real estate certificate program is definitely a paid dynamic that we are going to be creating. I'm anticipating that this will be a very profitable revenue stream for REtoken DAO, but much more importantly, it will allow us to build a solid foundation. And I believe that and I don't know if Rosetta is actually able to speak. I'm pretty sure that she has gone through the Proppy Certified Crypto Agent. I sent a tweet out. That's a course that I haven't personally gone through yet. I have personally paid for it. It's a $500 course. And my expectation is that we can develop something even better, and especially looking at doing this 3 type of a tiered program. And we don't necessarily have to launch with it being a 3-tiered, but my alarm was going off. We've only got a few more minutes, and I'm going to stop talking for the rest of this because I need to stage our upcoming content team call for the live stream that we're going to be bouncing from here to that one.
Yeah, so I try to get everyone's comments, especially Andrea's, documented in the doc, so we can circle back and review it later.
Blurs, I'm super excited, and I just want to highly encourage you to enter the POAP contest, because nobody loves Jason more than me, but nobody knows all of his phrases of speech more than you guys probably. So there you go.
What POAP contest?
What? We're having oh my god, this might have been before you came in. So we're having a best POAP design contest, totally inspired by you and D-Sign and your awesome POAPs, which totally got way more Twitter love than I thought. Oh, by the way, Teresa made a comment about the POAP app. Just if you have a problem with POAPs, just go to poap.xyz, download the app. So much easier than doing MetaMask logins all the time. Yeah, so anyway, I will go ahead and wrap this call up for us. Everybody join Circles, join Mighty Networks if you haven't already. Buy the core team call on Sunday, 25 retokens for each profile that you've set up. Check it out, and then we'll make a decision then. Let's go ahead and wrap this one up because we got another call starting here in a couple minutes. So thank you, everybody, for your feedback. You're awesome. Always great to connect. And we will see all of you guys here in a few. Go on Discord and look for the next Zoom link. It's going to be a different meeting. Thanks.